Hi everyone, it's Art Locke here. Last week I ran a poll asking a couple hundred business owners what they thought the biggest challenges were in growing their businesses. The most common answer was building a strong, high-performing team. That's not a surprising answer. We're living in a very hot economy with lots of competition for skilled, dedicated employees. It's a seller's market where employees can often choose which company they want to work for among competing offers. And there's an apparent clash of values between generations that makes many business owners doubt their chances of finding people who care about the business as much as they do, or who are as willing to work as hard. Some of these constraints are real and some of them are imagined. But here's the thing. I believe you can build a strong team in any economy that's intergenerational, diverse, committed, and highly productive. Yeah, it takes hard work and it's a process. Finding and hiring the right talent is one of the most important jobs you have running your company. Turning that talent into strong team members is a never-ending responsibility. But let me talk in practical terms. So, what does it take to build a strong, high-performing team? Well, it starts with clarity about the specific role and responsibility of new team members. Why are they being brought on board? What are they going to do? What are they going to spend their time doing? And how does it add value to clients? Hire for attitude. Andrew Carnegie pointed out that attitude predicts 85% of people's success in jobs. Find people who have a good cultural fit for your company, your customers. You also need to have a well-designed hiring process in place. Don't make this up. From the time you float a job ad till the time you hire, the steps in the process should be clear. The roles of different members of your company should be clear so you can find the best possible talent to make a job offer to. All this is done to get the right or the best person in the door. But this is where the work to turn raw talent into highly productive team members begins. It's the moment too when often the boss refocuses on the other demands around the company because they just spent a lot of time trying to hire. And they unintentionally neglect the needs of these new hires. The first couple of days can either accelerate or derail the job prospects of a new hire and their contributions to your team. So of all the things that can and should be done to build a strong team, there's one thing that stands out in my mind. And it's based on the premise that you should do things that enhance the likelihood of a new hire becoming a valuable and productive team member. What's that one thing? It's having an effective onboarding program. What do I mean by onboarding? I mean a structured approach to teaching the employee the things she needs to know about the new job to be successful. It's partly administrative, it's partly strategic. Here's a menu for a good onboarding program. It's going to cover the following things. One, your company, the origin, purpose, the mission, even things like hours of operation, expectations for where people report in time. Your company's values. What are the behaviors you expect of every employee? How do they contribute to the value they provide customers? Of course, you're going to cover your products, your services. Talk about your customers. Who are your ideal customers and what do they expect of your business? Talk about your team. What's the reporting structure, if any? What are their roles and responsibilities? Who's responsible for what? How do they all work together? And of course, discuss the new hire specific role, not just what they're going to do, but how they're going to be measured in the future with the company. Cover administrative requirements. You got to handle all the paperwork to make sure you onboard them effectively and legally. If you offer employee benefits, cover those at this point too. Don't forget to talk about any planned training and the time frames for training for the new employee. And finally, any other pertinent info. I think this is a great agenda for the very first day a new hire reports to work. In a few hours, you can accomplish the following 5 things. 1, complete all required paperwork. 2, educate the new hire about the work environment. 3, accelerate the pace at which the new hire can assume responsibility. 4, demonstrate to the new hire how organized and professional your company really is. And 5, demonstrate how much you value employees because you've made this big investment in time in them the very first day. Every hour you spend this way is going to save you 10 hours down the road in lost productivity, confusion, questions for both you and the employee. And I'm a strong advocate of having the head of the company personally welcome new employees and, if possible, lead this onboarding discussion. Who better to ensure that a new employee views his new company through the same passionate lens that the owner has? So whether you're onboarding 1 person or 10, spend the time to orient them to your new company. This is an investment that has big payoffs for your company and your customers. This is just one of many strategies for growing your business that we cover in my Mastering Growth Mastermind, and I hope you'll consider joining us.